Hello everyone, my name is Rishi Patel and I am part of Anas's marketing and advertising team. Now I will let the rest of the team introduce themselves.
I'm Madison Hughes.
Hi, I'm Jane Castillo.
Hi, I'm Joseph Dorsey Jr.
As a marketing team, one of the biggest problems we faced was how do we generate customers for Anas's business? To find a solution for this, we created multiple advertisement flyers, business logos, banners, and business cards. Through this, we hope we could reach the people of Bauchi State and they could do business with Anas. And in return, Anas could provide for his family. Now Madison will show the logo that we created for Anas's business.
So right before I show the logo, I would like to mention that everything that the marketing team did, we started with the fact that one, we had to build Anas's business from the ground up. And two, he was the only person providing this service of generator repair in this area. So our issue wasn't what can we do to distinguish Anas from his competition, but it was how do we make sure that people know about Anas and his business and how do we get the word out. So the first step for that was the logo design. So when we were doing the logo design, we worked with Anas every step of the way. We wanted to know what colors he wanted, what he wanted the name of the business to be, what elements did he want to see in his logo that would make people want to come into the shop, to approach him and his business. The things that he mentioned, blue and purple, which are his favorite colors. So we prioritized those two colors throughout everything that we did. He also wanted his name to be in the logo. As you can see there at the top, it has the full name, and at the bottom is an abbreviation, which can be used on the sign in place of his name since it is sort of long. And this way, you'll see on the rest of the things that we do, it's very present and it's very visible. So now we're going to head into the sign.
So when it came into mind of what marketing methods we would use, the first thing that came to mind was the banner. So for the size, the first thing that came to mind was the size of the banner. The size is 72 inches by 36 inches, or it's also known as 6 feet by 3 feet. So the importance of the size is how eye-appealing it is, and how eye-appealing it is, and it's what we're looking for when we first look at the early stages of the business. Something else that was important was the color. Because of blue and purple being so different than what you will see at any other logo, we went ahead and used this as our visual appeal to them, even though it's not an everyday type of scenery. We also used the banner to separate our business from our competition because of how, due to the lack of resources that Bauchi State has, we know that if we would factor in the budget of a banner, that it will give Nas the upper hand over his potential competitors. And the word of mouth method would also be used when customers are coming by, so they're able to see. And he also has a good reputation of what he does since he was doing 8 to 10 repairs a day. So
When we were discussing with Anas, he emphasized that he really wanted to use pamphlets. So when we were doing our research, we discovered that a lot of people in Nigeria like to keep their pamphlets due to how nice and informative they are. So since pamphlets are flexible and allow much information to be on it, a lot of people will store them and keep them for when they are needed. So because of that, he's going to be keeping some of them in his shop, as well as going out to canvas them and distribute them to many people. And as he does that, more people will hear about him, and word of mouth will start to go around, and more people will hear about the amazing things that he is doing.
So the next thing that we had in mind were business cards. And so the plan for these was that they're small, they're easy to look at and just keep in mind like a business. We were hoping that Anas would use the business cards in tandem with the pamphlets, maybe show them in his store, hand them out to potential clients or people that he meets that want to know who he is. So this was a very, easy way to get his business out. Also, something that he mentioned was he wanted to build more credibility in his community. And so the marketing team really wanted to get the word out about his business. That was our main goal. So you can see the actual design of the card. On the front, we have the logo. It's very present. You can see it very clearly. We have the name of the business. And then on the back, we have his information, his phone number that people can call, his location, and his email. And so this design, we kept in mind, the infrastructure team brought up transportation, how that was a problem for him. Well, now people can come to his location, or they can just call or email him, and that eliminates some of the, okay, I'm gonna come to you, or you can come to me wherever I am.
As one of Anas's requests, he requested that we create flyers for his business. He wanted to put these flyers up all around his community. The flyers we created for Anas are not only eye-catching, but they provide information straight to the point without any extra fluff. The flyers that we created are also an important part of our marketing team because they are very cost-effective as well as generate a lot of people to come to Anas's business. This is because we would be putting up the flyers on poles and outside of stores. Because it's outside of stores and on poles, there's no way it gets harmed and gets taken off. And due to this, it's very cost effective because we could print a limited amount and keep them all around town. And many people walk by and see those. Through this, we hope that we could reach many people and generate a lot of revenue for Anas.
So,
Due to the difficulties of internet access, we were not able to add any social media.
and Anas also specifically said that he didn't really want a social media presence, especially because he wanted, like the infrastructure team said, to keep everything kind of local, so that everybody in his community could get the power that they needed. So just briefly going over the budget, the marketing team specifically had $116.10 to work with. Because of how much some of the infrastructure team needed to make Anas's dreams, come true. So we have the business cards, the pamphlets, the flyers, and the storefront sign. So we planned on printing 200 business cards, 350 pamphlets, 250 flyers, and then just the one sign for his one location. We hope that this was not so many pieces of paper that they were going to waste or that he wasn't using them, but just enough so that if his business did boom immediately, then he had these resources that he could use. So, our team in total hit exactly $2,000 US, which was the budget that we originally had for our business.
So this is a letter that Anas wrote. It's a letter that he wrote for us, right after our last team meeting. So we wanted to show this because it was a great honor to be working with him and hearing his story and about all the great things that he wants to do. So we really want to get the grant for Mr. Sani. And it's not only because of his work ethic and determination, but also because of the way that he's willing to look after his family and his community. It is truly admirable. And we honestly believe that with this money, he would be able to do a lot of changes and help out. So thank you for listening and helping us change lives.
Thank you.
We'd like to contact us from this here, and this has both the infrastructure and the marketing teams. So thank you.
Guys, this is a really nice presentation. I like the color of your presentation. It's really perfect. It's not too busy to confuse like somebody what you guys are talking about. So, but I would like you to, can you take the, let's say, and take me back to your business card? Yeah, the design of the business card, yeah. Okay, so, I don't know, Carla may say that I'm wrong, but, yeah. But, I was expecting like the name will appear in the front of the, because it should be like, when you hand me over the business card, is the first thing that I should see, like the name, the contact information, then the logo has to be there. Then at the back, maybe, you guys can put like, some of his services, kind of like just put them together. So if you want to do it like back and front. So, but the design, I really love the design. It's very cool and very calm. And the logo, it shows that there is a bunch of stuff in it. So can you go back? I think we also have like, you talk about flyers, right?
Yes.
I didn't see them. Is it because they are big?
Because you were coughing.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, so the flyers, it's, yeah, okay. I saw this one. So it's really, it's really nice. So the only thing is that on flyers, do we have names? I don't think the name is necessary. That's what I'm trying to say. So the name is not necessary for the flyers. You can take off the name. Name always appears on the business card, okay? But you guys have a very, very incredible design. I love it. It's simple, and it actually tells about what the person is doing. And I know he chooses this logo, right?
Yes.
All right. So you guys have really done a great job, and I like the way you break it down, that this is how much you spend on each and every, your budget. And I know definitely you guys have a good collaboration and good communication with the other infrastructure team. So nice job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah, same comments pretty much. So the business card, yeah, I think you can have whatever you want, but to maximize the real estate of what's on the card, it's good to have as much information as you can. Obviously, you have 3 forms of communication there, and you can push that up so long as it's not too busy. I like I don't know if I said this already today, but I don't think so. But if you hear somebody else say that I've said this, just pretend that didn't happen. But this is my favorite logo of the entire group. I like the color. It's very eye-catching. I know that it's the generators. I know that it's for repair. The flyers that you have, they're colorful, very informative, and it's true, they do like their flyers and their pamphlets. I like to keep it around. It's like the takeout menu for us before, the digital age. But it's really colorful. It's very nice. It has a lot of information. But yeah, I think overall really well. Madison, you did a really good job of setting the stage for us when you first started. The only thing I will say is when you showed us the budget, it would have been, you did it in your voiceover, but it would have been nice to see how much or how many items were the file. But you did voice it over, but it would be just a nitpick thing. Overall, it's very good. You all were you all had good memorization. I know you looked at your paper a little bit, Joseph, but otherwise very easy to follow. And good job for being the last team. You were still very energetic, and you made it through. So congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, just on the presentation, I feel like I smiled the whole way through. You all just had great energy. I can't appreciate that enough. I like starting, with the question. Everyone spoke up, could clearly hear what you're saying. So that means a lot, in the presentation to keep the audience engaged. I think I really actually liked the explanation before you went into the logo saying, we're not necessarily looking at competition, we're looking just to get the business established. And that was really important in setting the stage for how the logo was created. So I will say actually that from the beginning, when I first looked at the logo, I was like, but at the end, like you guys made a great explanation and I really like it. I like the business cards, I like the flyers. I think it's really strong. I think at first, I was going to say, I wrote down, I was like, pink, it doesn't make me think of generators. But then I saw what you were talking about and that you wanted to stand out and you want to get people's attention and it was consistent throughout everything. So I agree, it's one of the strongest logos. Only thing I'll say about like pastel colors is that just in a printing environment, like obviously it takes up like more color and it can show up differently. You all said it was purple, and I think it like kind of looks pink. Yeah, so you know, just maybe making the colors like sharp.
No, yeah, we tested it out with black and white, and it actually looks pretty nice.
Okay, good. It showed up,
So-
yeah, in black and
We
white.
actually had several designs
Yeah.
with like using these kind of elements, but in like different ways. And we actually, I think we came up with about at least 10 options.
Oh,
that,
nice.
and we like physically showed Anas and asked him, you know, which one did he like out of all of them, and this is the one that he chose.
Yeah.
And for all of them, we set them in grayscale so we could see how the pieces would distinguish
Mhm.
each other, so that it wasn't all just like one shade of gray almost.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yes.
good that you can tell the
Yeah.
contrast.
Sorry. To add on, yeah, we took a lot of his comments into consideration because the things like listed on the logo, he asked for those specifically. So as we were creating them, we were trying to see how to figure it out and make it like okay.
Yeah, you guys did great with the feedback, honestly. Actually, I really like the layout of the business card, actually. I think it's good spacing. It's not like, I don't think you should list the services, in my opinion, like maybe on a business card for something that from the logo, like you can see. And I think that's the power of a logo, is that I don't need to know all the services, right? Because I can see it from what you all provided. The last thing I'll say is I like the anticipation of you all talked about like a market increase. I think sometimes with these small businesses, like they might not be able to absorb, actually, if they do get a lot of business. You talked about, you know, we'll give him enough business cards that he can hand out. There's different variations. And I like your explanation around the reason why social media wasn't being used. You know, people sometimes just automatically think use it, but it wasn't appropriate for the marketing strategy. And you guys said why. So great job.
Really good job.
Great.
Aaron.